Hey everyone, I'm Corey and welcome back to Diary of a Blonde Mom. So oftentimes homeschool moms are making sure that they're staying on track with their curriculum. And one way that we do that is we make some goals. One thing that we are focused on right now and that this video is going to be about is are completing our third quarter of our homeschool and moving into our fourth quarter for the school year. We do some summer school work, and I don't mean that in the extent of how much we do during the school year, but we do things like science and history, just fun things so that I don't have to be as heavy on that during the school year. Some things that for our third quarter we are, or that we have finished up are, we were studying the War of 1812 using American Girl books. We finished reading, my bookmark there, we finished reading America's History by the Tuttle Twins. We finished our weather, and I've actually, this is through The Good and the Beautiful. No, thank you, sweetheart. This is through The Good and the Beautiful, and we absolutely love their curriculum. I use it in the morning, usually first thing, as a gather around subject, just a whole family style learning subject that we do. And my oldest is in 5th grade, and my middle daughter is in 2nd grade. And so the way that we do it is I go ahead and go through the curriculum, and I expect different things from each of them. So depending on their grade and each individual, we treat as an individual. So we work on their strengths and help them gather information based on what they're understanding at that point. So that's how we're able to use it as a whole family curriculum. So like I said, we use The Good and the Beautiful for weather and water, and I have been using, these are the 3rd through 6th grade. We actually just started our next unit for science recently, and I was noticing the girls were asking questions that in the unit study book, I was noticing that the questions the girls were asking were related to topics that were in the extensions for the 7th and 8th grade studies. Bless you. So that being said, I'm going to go ahead, and that is one of my goals for this last quarter, is to push that thinking a little bit further, just to be able to, the critical thinking is what I want to push a little bit further. So we will dive into some of the 7th and 8th grade extensions when I feel it's appropriate. And it's always good to try to push the thinking a little bit further because it gets their minds going and trying to figure out, well, what's next, and connecting the dots. So anyways, third quarter, we finished our weather and water study. Let's see here. We are also, are you showing your kitty? Thank you. What's your kitty's name? You don't know. We are on track to be completing our language arts and math according to where each kiddo needs to be with that. And I think if we don't have sick days, I think we only have about 20 lessons, maybe less than 20 lessons left. So that being said, we're really close to ending their 2nd and 5th grade curriculum. However, I'm not stopping there, because that would be by the end of March, early April, that we would complete that. And I'm not just letting them off the hook. They're done with it until next fall. I do have some other plans. I just haven't decided exactly. I think I know where we're going with it. So that kind of, I guess, brings us into our fourth quarter. So these are our goals moving forward. And in terms of schoolwork, We are going to be using the health and physical body from The Good and the Beautiful. And I do have the 3rd through 6th grade journals currently, and I plan on expanding on these with the 7th through 8th grade extensions. And something else that we have been continuing to work on that we will continue to work on through the 4th quarter. We're only part of the way through. I want to say maybe a 4th or a 5th of the way through. So my goal is that it is complete by the end of summer. I would like it complete sooner, but if I'm being realistic, it's probably not going to be till the end of summer, and that's okay. We go at our pace and what we need at the time. So we have been using Geography by Beautiful Feet, and I love this because there's rabbit holes in here, and if you aren't familiar, let's see here. So there's like a typical lesson outlined. There's books that you usually purchase to go along with it, or you can borrow them from the library if you can get them when you need them. There's culinary connections. So like the state of Alabama, there's Lane cake is a state dessert and is mentioned in Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird. And then they give you a website that has like a cooking connection or a culinary connection. So a website with the recipe. There's options for nature journals or national parks to check out. Let's see here. There's just so many things to dig deeper, especially if you guys are noticing that your children, your students are super interested in a topic. I really recommend this for the options to jump into things deeper because it gives you some recommendations for those things. I know last year I was doing the Discover California with, I don't know if that's actually what it's called, it's something similar, with my oldest daughter because she was in 4th grade. And in May, over Mother's Day weekend is when it happened to be. We drove out 4 or 5 hours away and we went to an old gold mining town, and it was a lot of fun. We got to kind of watch everything that we had learned and read about, and we got to see how it applied in real time because it was a town. Hi, can I help you?
And we got to find gold.
Oh yeah, you did get to find gold. That was cool, huh? Yeah.
And I want to go gold mining again.
You want to go again. Yeah. So anyways, there's lots of chances to dig deeper. There are lots of geography terms, several different key books to use. There's like a geography, just like pure definition book. There's lots of different websites on here, journal ideas, tons of fun things for homeschoolers to expand upon. So anyways, we have been using this to study the United States, each of the states, and I went ahead and I also purchased let's see here. Was there lightning? Oh, I don't think there was lightning. There could have been. Oh, that's the wrong notebook. But I have also purchased somewhere on Teachers Pay Teachers. Here's a page. This one wasn't colored, but where we studied Florida, and there's several facts, and they get to talk about what they would want to do if they traveled there. So this one is my oldest, and she said if she went to Florida, she'd want to go to Disneyland, Disney Animal Park, Legoland, and Harry Potter World. So we've been studying capitals and the state birds and trees and whatever is unique to that state, as well as jumping into some of those digging deeper connections. Moving forward, like I said, we're continuing with our language arts and math for this 4th quarter. We'll continue with our U.S. geography and states. We will continue with our science, and in terms of history, we're still wrapping up reading the last book in the American Girl series that has to go, or that goes, yeah, you love that, don't you? That talks about the War of 1812. So we're gonna read that last book, and then I think we'll probably take a shift to, I think Josephina is next. So that's right around the year 1824. And I found this really cute curriculum from a girl on Instagram who uses the American Girl books. I think her site is Little House of Smiths, if I'm not mistaken. My girls absolutely love it. We go through the story and pick out the historical portions, and it really seems to help those facts of the actual history stick with them when the girls hear it in story form. So if your kids aren't really that interested in history, or you're finding that a lot of the curriculum you're using is very just like memorize this fact or this was done on this date, maybe it's time to shift and find some, yeah, your kitty cat's so cute, and find some curriculum that has more of a literature base. I've noticed that just makes such a big difference. Even for me, it's been helpful in memorizing some of these really important facts and things. So our goals are going to be to complete our curriculum. And I've already purchased next year's curriculum. Speaking of, The Good and the Beautiful is currently having a sale for 15% off, which they do not do often, but be sure to check them out. I don't have any sort of affiliate link or anything, but when you're purchasing curriculum for a family especially, it adds up quick. So 15% is still 15% back in your pocket. And I also, my other goal is I do plan to use the library more often. I will admit, I absolutely love purchasing books, and I would rather just buy them than go to the library, but I realize that the library is there for us to all save money, and we need to take advantage of that. So that is one thing on my goal, or as a goal of mine. Also, I absolutely love reading daily, and I think that's really important to do. I always encourage my kids to read daily, and most of the time...
I read all the time.
You do read all the time, and I love it.
Money.
Yeah, sometimes you girls can read for money when you complete books, and it's your way of earning money, right? So you explain to me what it is that you've read after you've read it, and after they read so many books, each book might be worth a certain amount, depending on how many chapters and how easy or difficult it is. And then once they fill up a little chart, then they earn however much money we have. Yes, because you like to buy dolls. I know you do.
And you're trying to help me.
Okay, so my last thing on my goals for this next few weeks, this next month of March, is to, maybe I should expand it to the next quarter, just to give myself a little bit of grace here. But I am planning on working on, I just have notes right here, that's why I'm looking down, ancient civilizations curriculum. I just find ancient Egypt, China, and like Greece, Rome area just so fascinating. And again, I found some books that are just so amazing and exciting, and I can't wait to put them all together and share it with my girls, because I know they're just gonna fall in love with it. So I plan on working on that over the next several weeks, and hoping that it's ready for us to use here soon. Oh, bless you. All right, well, that is it in terms of our Q3 like ending update and my projection for the next quarter, and the goals that I have for myself and my homeschooling family here. And I hope that it's encouraged you to take a look at where you're at in your school year and what you need to do to get where you need or want to be. And let me know what kinds of things that you have on your goal sheet. It's always interesting to see what everyone else is working on. Have a great day, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.